accidentally slept through dinner date and woke up at 2:30 a.m. after standing him up. How do I make it up to him? Blowjob. Hello. Actually worked. Hello. So this is something that we were talking about before, that we will be doing, which is basically, this is the segment where we will be checking out the some Reddit stupid stories. We will be discussing them. If we have a good advice, then we will have a good advice. That interests Six, thank you. It's pure HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript. Same with the one that we have right now. This one is also just a browser thingy. And then because you know what, like I was laying and dying the other day and I had a small epiphany. Why do I don't have to draw every background from the scratch like that. I don't. I just have to, I can code them. Yeah, so that's how we go to the intro for the new section. We also have a very, very nice intro for another segment that we're gonna have from time to time, which is called the Grimjaur. Grimjaur is a little bit different. So the Grimjaur is gonna be about some folklore, some horror stories, some paranormal activities and stuff like that. Like if we find a cool story about some cult, we will be discussing it there. If we find some nice articles about some cryptids or some movies about the cryptids, we will be discussing in there. Reading like some horror stories online and shit, that's gonna be in the Grimjaur. I'm still not used to saying that. So yeah, that's gonna be 2 panels. They're not gonna be on the schedule because, you know, I don't work on the schedule, so they're just gonna be happening from time to time. Now, Theology Thursday segment. Imagine if this screen behind me was all black, and instead of like those little hearts, we would have the what's it called, little crosses. But yeah, anything in the Grimjaur, we will also have anything that will be about symbolic. So for example, if we will be discussing the tarot or something like that, then boom, a little bit of scuff never killed nobody. We're gonna move ourselves here. Yeah, perfect. I am so obsessed with that pink background. You know I hate pink. I only like pink accents and pink haired girls, but this background is so cute. And for this to be as natural as we can make it, it's important that I will not pre-read those stories. So I have no idea but except for the title, I have no idea what we will unravel. I have no idea if they will be entertaining or not. I have no idea if they're gonna be serious or stupid and stuff like that, right? So what did I wanted to say? So this is gonna be like pure react to whatever we find. If we have a topic or someone wants a topic, we can discuss it as well. My DMs are open, and my eyes and ears are open. Even cleaned. I just showered. So we can also discuss like pre-designed topics too. Our first story. Can we unpack the slightly autistic woman trend real quick? So many men on Hinge have been saying that they go crazy for slightly autistic women, and I am just so tired of being misrepresented, infantilized, and sexualized for a neurological disability which has affected my entire life. The slightly part I think is offensive as. I'm high functioning, but to fetishize a disability, but only to a certain degree, is insane. So I think she is right already. Like, I don't have to read the rest of her vent. I also dislike fetishizations of people's struggles. That's like, I think, the level of S&M that is beyond my understanding pretty much. It's the new manic pixie dream girl, I swear. I think so as well. Also, I think it also stems from... I think it stems from the fact that people who are neurodivergent, they are more... Or at least sometimes they appear to be more childlike. And it also feeds someone's sense of control. So I think that this is as well, again, manic pixie dream, because with the manic pixie dream girl was always, the main issue was always that she was too free and too whimsical for our MC. It's probably just the same reason people will decide to diagnose themselves as autistic, because they're quirky. Oh, I'm quirky, I am autistic. These men just want to see the quirky upsides of autism, not all the breakdowns that can happen. Yeah, they don't understand what can happen if you don't get like your favorite spoon, right? Or like your spoon is different, or the texture of something is wrong. So yeah, I think it's more about like the sense of control and idealization of something. Because I think, unironically, as Carson said, it's just the new manic pixie dream girl. And we've seen that. We've seen that in 500 Days of Summer. We've seen that in that movie with how's this guy called? It was a very, very good movie. Closer. She was a manic pixie dream girl here. The thing is, people is autistic as quirky, not actually autistic. True. Speaking of words used, so there is like this guy that you probably know him from like Twitter, or sorry, TikTok or Instagram, that explains etymology of words and is in general very linguistic savvy. And he was talking about the cycle of words, like how negative words become colloquial words, then they are being replaced by new terms and stuff like that, and then we go like different circle, blah blah blah. People got so mad at him, as if he was standing there being like, oh, it's okay to say this, and that. Our next part is, as someone who has been both skinny and muscular, I've never noticed any difference in the amount of attention or ease of dating after gaining muscle. Unless you're extremely malnourished, it won't help much. Most women just date guys in their social circle that they get along with. They don't even notice or pay attention to buff dudes. No guy struggles to date because of lack of muscle, plus whatever is causing him to struggle will still be there after getting jacked. Bless this person. Bless Icy Childhood 9761. Muscles are for the boys, exactly. I think I've shown you the TikTok some time ago about this guy being like, girls don't care. Like, the only people that care about the muscles are the boys. Are you gay? Are you gay? He is fully right. Wait. Some women like jacked guys, of course. Some women like anorexic guys as well. That's normal. Yet they will be not swarming around you just because you have muscles. Ugh. Keep in mind that all this, like, the image, muscly guy surrounded by the girls, swarming around him, touching his huge muscles. This always came from a male-oriented media, never from like female-oriented media. So you're telling me I got to get the social circle? No! Would I be dumb to refuse dating a guy who wears meta glasses? I know this is a stupid question, but I recently heard a story on here where a girl was dating a guy and she would never let him see her naked. So for his birthday, his friends got him meta glasses so he could record her, which he did end doing up while they were having sex. And that just terrified me. Wait, what? For his birthday, his friends got him meta glasses so he could record her, which he did end up doing while they were having sex. What? That's scary. The glasses exactly what the stay on during sex, Lamau. Maybe he needs them to see his tiny penis, right? It wouldn't be too much of an issue because I like missionary and I could see if he's would be wearing the glasses, but like he could. Oh my god, this scenario. I could see if he'd be wearing the glasses, but like he could still pose the glasses on the side table pointing towards us so he can film. Oh my god. That is like paranoid thinking, but so justified after all of that. Holy shit. And yet another dating fail where, despite a lovely conversation in a day that spanned hours, I got I think you're amazing, but I didn't feel any spark text, and I'm genuinely amused and perhaps a bit concerned by the unrealistic expectations that have become normalized through the fast food logic of dating apps. Everyone claims that they're tired of apps and want traditional dating, but they seem to have forgotten how traditional attraction actually works and the effect of continuing exposure to people. In the past, you grew attracted to each other because you were confined in the same place over time, doing stuff or having brief interactions here and there. Your colleague is just colleague, until after months of shared project you discover you like them more than expected. Your friend is just a friend until you realize you're attracted to them. Everyone is just... I think he missed the point. It's not like a slot machine, but if there was like literally no attraction from the beginning, like you spend the time with someone and it was nice, but like you cannot picture yourself repeating that, then that's fair of saying like, sorry, I do not feel that it's it. I'm not saying you shouldn't want chemistry, I do too, by all means, but a taser, if you want a spark, buy a taser if you want a spark that badly, what the hell? But we are conflating raw, instantaneous sexual attraction and anxiety with the actual foundations of a relationship. Maybe there was something in particular they did not care for and are just using that as an excuse. Okay, some other points. It just means that they weren't into you and don't want to turn it into a whole discussion. Exactly! Praise! Yeah, after first date, if I don't really feel inclined to see you again, or if I couldn't ever imagine kissing you, then there is no spark. Yeah, your date just wasn't into you. Jesus. I mean, that's the whole premise of dating, isn't it? You go on dates with different people to find a person that you feel the spark with. Oh, here someone can categorize my days into 3 feelings afterwards. 1 is I feel no spark, I'm not attracted to you, or I didn't really enjoy myself apart from having an okay evening. 2 is I didn't feel an immediate spark, but I can see myself growing one, so I'm willing to see someone again to see if I feel differently over a few dates. 3 is when I experience with a guy I have currently been dating seriously for a few months, I felt a spark. Exactly, I think that's completely valid option. A lot of times I fall into the second category, a few times into the third category. Unless the date was completely horrific and I was uncomfortable, I tend to do it... Wait. Sane option to be honest. So he's doing the same thing, Jesus. He's just doing again on the second or third date, but he's doing the same. I got a man care package. Just wanted to share this to provide hope to others that there are people out there who have love and care to give. Romance still exists. Someone I'm newly dating is sick, so I sent him a Go Puff order that had gummies, chocolate, strawberries, a sandalwood candle, cup of noodles, jasmine bubble bath. He said earlier he wants to take a bath but didn't have bubbles, a thermometer, he told me he didn't have one, and some roses. PSA, if you care, allow yourself to show it. Don't overthink things, just be kind. Everyone wants to feel appreciated, cared for. Ah, that is so sweet. Oh, I need to take a long breath because I already read the title. It's frustrating being a sexually conservative guy sometimes. So I'm pretty conservative when it comes to sex. I tried casual twice. It was not my thing. No shade to anyone who enjoys it. So I was on a first date with a woman last night. There things were going good, not the best date I've had, but I would have been down for a second one. She invited herself to my place and I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she did just want to meet my dog. I was wrong. He thought it's gonna be, can I pet the dog? But it was, can I pet that, but definitely not the dog. I straight up asked if she wanted to have sex. She got after she got touchy. I said I'm not interested. I drove her home and she asked if I wanted to do this again. I said no thanks, so she put 2 and 2 together and got pissed. Called a certain shamer and an asshole. Told my friends, they were like, you're a dumbass. I guess cause I'm a guy that must mean I want to fuck every woman that comes my way. That's how it's frustrating. Oh yeah, that totally makes sense. I don't understand why it's so taboo to set expectations regarding sex. When I meet someone, I flat out tell them I'm not going to fuck you until we're friends. And usually it's so blunt and unexpected in terms of societal norms that they laugh but still understand I'm being dead serious. Why can't it be more common to do that? Like, how does it work? Like, you meet, like, when you're at work and your team leader's like, oh, this is our new colleague, Janet. What? Everyone, introduce yourself to Janet. Hi, I'm Mike. I'm Mike. I'm not going to fuck you until we're friends. I wouldn't have turned down the second date just because I wasn't ready for sex yet. Exactly. This whole thread is confusing to me. I've heard many times that people can stop seeing anyone for any reason, and this is his reason, and people are mad at him. People are also saying he should have brought it up and have been upfront about it, but she could also have done that. As a guy, I don't bring up anything sex-related during the first date. I just do a vibe check. Elevated paper 20, the first person with reason here. I stalked my gym crush on Instagram, and it ended badly. So, I've been going to the gym for 1 year now, but I don't have good genetics, and I started from a very low point, so I'm like still a bit skinny fat, though it's much better than before. Anyways, for the past month, I've changed my gym hours, and like, I've noticed this girl, she's like super locked in. Anyways, we did lock eyes a few times. Oh my god. Punctuation, my friend. So I went on my own gym's IG and looked through all the followers until I found her and added her. Thankfully, it only had like 100 followers. Also, I don't post anything on my IG, so she asked who I was, tanned with stubble and early 20s. And I tried to describe myself physically, and she was like all happy, but then when she said I was so tall, I immediately realized she thought I was another guy at the gym who does share my physical attribute, except like he's a whole head taller and is much more muscular than me. So when I realized that, I just blocked her, and now fuck my life, because tomorrow might see her again. Lol, what do I do? She would think that the guy that she found cute blocked her, so it will be awkward for both of them. Oh my god. Thank god Reddit is not a good representation of society. That you think that because you live in your bubble. You live in your bubble, and from your perspective, it's not society as like it's a big chunk of society. It's just not the part of society that you're a part of. So your thanks should be phrased a little bit differently. Reddit is its own little bubble. Oh, for sure. Accidentally slept through dinner date and woke up at 2:30 a.m. after standing him up. How do I make it up to him? Blowjob. Sure. Hi everybody, 27 female here. I'm seeing a guy and we were supposed to go to dinner tonight, but I don't know how I missed it. I was very sleepy, so thought out that happened to me. I dozed off around 6 in the evening, and the plan was to wake up by 7 and get ready. I missed the alarm and woke up just now and realized I stood him up. I opened my WhatsApp and he was waiting for me even when I didn't show up and he went back. I feel really, really bad. It wasn't intentional. How do I make it up to him? A girl did this to me once. If he was already into you and you apologize, approach him with a plan and firm date. He'll probably get over it, but it probably stinks at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Just like be upfront. Sorry, I took a nap and I lost the nap roulette. Now, I've noticed that there are two Reddit threads. One is nice guys and the other one is nice girls. So first, I've never experienced a zero emotional connection shit in bed. Usually my bed shits are very emotionally connected. A LinkedIn style nice guy trademark post on Facebook. LinkedIn style. Oh yeah, I saw a LinkedIn style post and I went for it. The truth is, bad boys get the virgin, nice guys get the leftovers. Let that sting. Bad boys get her youth, nice guys get her history. Bad boys get her moans, nice guys get her complaints. Bad boys get her unprotected, nice guys get her on birth control with a 3-year plan. Let that sting. Nice boys gets her I'll do anything for you. Nice guys gets I don't feel like it tonight. Bad boys get her at 19 reckless and raw. Nice guys get her at 29 guarded and used. Bad boys get her with no standards. Nice guys get her with a list of demands. She rode with him for the rush. She settles with you for the resources. She gave him her body for free. She makes you earn her time with money. She posted him on Maine. She hides you in her story. You're not the prize, you're the consolation trophy after she lost the game. She was a girl for him, she's a businesswoman with you. The bad boy got her to submit. You get her to sign a prenup. So stop asking why am I always the nice guy, because nice is what she wants after chaos broke her. Be dangerous, be driven, be undeniable, or be disposable. Nice guys don't finish last. They finish raising another man's legacy. I'm getting radicalized. I'm gonna soon call you a Foyd soon. Can someone explain the nice guys don't finish last line? I never understood what it was supposed to mean. If you don't understand what that's supposed to mean, I don't think you should be on this Reddit. If they have higher standards now and pick you, you don't have to be rude after he has a year-long conversation with himself in my DMs. I was such a nice guy to you. You were even... What? I know it's fucking late, but I can't keep it in anymore. Among Us, exactly. We've been talking for almost a year now, and you still haven't confessed to me, and it's honestly pissing me off. I've been nice to you, I cared about you, and I told you I would do anything for you. I didn't want to confess to you first because it's pathetic for a guy, but this situation is fucking annoying. Tell me you feel something for me, or I swear to God I'm gonna stop talking to you. What are you talking about? I'm totally honored you chose me as one of the men to contribute to your self-esteem. Wait... Bangs are BPD now? I spent hours just to write 100 words for school. This guy's rattle of 500 words, no problem. Imagine typing 500 words of rage just to get a 5-word response and be blocked. 34 female looking for a meaningful friendship. Help a girl out. I just turned 34 last week, and I'm realizing that I don't have many friends to talk all the time. Most of my friends are married, out of state, or have their own lives and don't even have time to chat. Sure, I just had a dinner and a movie with a friend, but that doesn't mean I don't want to chat with you wonderful people. Here's what I'm looking for: a sense of humor, knowing when to take things seriously, and the ability to have a good conversation. It always surprises me how bad some people are at conversing. Here's a little about me. I'm in my mid-30s, have a very busy job, and love talking on the phone. I know, it's a rarity these days. I love drinking iced coffee even in the winter, and I'm into music. Pop, soul, and indie are my favorites. I love going to concerts and cooking from my favorite cookbooks. I also read a lot, mostly fiction. If you'd like to message me, please say hi, share your ASL, and tell me a little about yourself. I won't respond to those who don't put in a bit of effort here. Something born and raised in Minnesota, but I currently live in New York City and also have a place in Miami that I share with friends. I love audiobooks and catching up on them, listening to music, and I'm passionate about the theater. Additionally, I enjoy writing and adore iced coffee. I just went to Target and bought another Stanley cup with a straw inside the cup because I'm a straw girly. Oh hell yeah, honestly this is promising already. Most of the people I've met on here, though they've been great, have been long distance. Lately I've been doing more deliberate and intentional socializing, and it's been paying off loads, but it takes a lot of effort and then sometimes feel like I don't maintain constant pressure. It's kind of like priming an engine. You gotta manually crank it up a few times before it takes off. I only have 2 and I'm not a dude. Let's get 2 things straight. What? I know you're not a dude. How did you get that impression? Wait, how did it escalate this? Dude, I gotta say it's kind of adorable how you girls are with the Stanley cups. I'm not a dude. Then don't call me dude, thanks. Didn't realize I did. Oh my god, they actually are good because one called the other one dude. You cannot call me dude anymore. It's forbidden. My girlfriend is getting 3 hours long guitar lessons and a free instrument from a musician she just met. How do I handle this? My girlfriend is getting 3 hours long guitar lessons and a free instrument from a musician she just met. Hey everyone, looking for some advice on a delicate situation. My girlfriend recently went to a concert and met a guitarist from one of the bands. They hit it off, and fast forward to now, this guy literally gifted her a guitar for free. On top of that, he's been giving her free guitar lessons at his place that last for hours. She told me she's really tryharding the guitar right now and that they spend a lot of time just talking during the sessions. I trust my girlfriend completely and I know she's just genuinely excited about learning music. However, this guy's behavior feels incredibly sketchy to me. A musician giving away free gear and hours of his personal time to a female fan he just met. Yeah, they're just joking. That's what they do when they talk. Ask to go with her to see her play and see what her reaction is. I mean, I would really love to see my significant other's progress after all of those long hours, wouldn't you? I'm a musician, and in my prime when I was a gigging musician, I used to just move scores of times and it worked every time. I call females bro or cause as a sign of friendship so they don't get the wrong impression of me. Good. Always call your friends dudes and bros. Then there is no miscommunication, like, right? Like, ain't no way, like, oh, this girl, she promised me a relationship. No, she was always calling you bro or dude. World's first wind instrument guitar. I would say there's a decent possibility that Guitar Boy isn't even aware that she has a boyfriend, which is especially damning. Op's girlfriend musical debut. Scotty doesn't know. I don't understand what you're trying to get with this musician's girlfriend. It sounds like they have a great thing going on. I'm 29, female. I'm debating leaving my boyfriend of 2 years, 30 male, over his incompetence. What would you do in my situation? My partner has a diagnosed learning disability. He literally doesn't process verbal information fast enough. I try to keep up, but it gets exhausting when I repeat things twice and he won't even look up from his phone. Even keeps telling me how much of a good guy he is, which is frustrating because I know what I deal with every day and I'm also a good person. I know this triggers me so much, but it does. We are on a trip for a friend's wedding. 15 minutes before we had to leave for the ceremony, he realized he forgot to bring a bow tie to the black tie wedding. We arrived late to the church after the bride walked the aisle because he made the Uber drive around multiple stores trying to find a bow tie. And of course, everyone we meet along this way is like, poor guy, it happens to anyone. And I'm just a hateful bitch. The next day, we were taking another flight to go visit my family. He forgot he had the medicine in the hotel fridge and didn't remember until we were at the airport, so we had to ask the taxi driver to drive back to the hotel and pay double for the fare, of course. When we got to our destination, he complained about the car reservation I made because I selected an automatic car in case I wanted or needed to drive, and I didn't want to change it to manual. Yesterday, during a tour, he forgot his charger at a restaurant far from where we were staying and wanted to make the tour guide take us back to get it. Today, we are driving to another city and we have to go out of our way back to get the fucking charger. Instance number 4, and why I'm writing this post, because this is my final straw. I have taken care of everything in this trip. Flights, stays, tours, restaurants, all except transportation to get to the next city because we weren't sure if we were going to take a bus, train or road trip. I'm tired and I asked him to make a car rental reservation so he could go get the car and I could sleep in a little bit. Well, he did the reservation, but he did it under my name because supposedly I already had an account. So when he got there to pick up the car this morning, they of course told him I needed to be there because it was under my name, and of course I lost it. This all transpired within the course of a week and a half, leaving him over this feels a bit of sudden, but at the same time there's a behavioral pattern that has been established since before this trip. Something that is supposed to be fun and relaxing has been unnecessarily stressful. You have permission. Yes, you have permission. I know people like this. I know people like this as well. Do you know what stands out the most to me? It's not his forgetfulness. It's the lack of ownership and the way he seems to expect other people to help him. That's true. Like that part when he's like, oh, let's the tour guide do the round trip so we get my charger. Like, that is insane. But that sounds like a weaponized incompetence to me. And him being just a child. My boyfriend keeps saying I feel too masculine in our relationship. Imagine the argument. Jane, I think that you're the ones with the balls in this relationship. Okay, there is something. I have been best friends with Sophie since elementary school, and somewhere along the lines I've fallen for her. She's literally one of the most important people in my life. I've never told her how I feel because of the timing, whether either of us were in a relationship or life drama. So I just stayed her friend and tried my best to ignore my feelings for her. She currently has a boyfriend who is literally the worst. They constantly fight, they're constantly on a break. I've never liked him and neither have our friends, but I've kept my mouth shut and let her live her life. The past weekend we went to party together. I ended up telling her how I feel about her and went in for a kiss. She was clearly into the kiss, but after she said her usual phrase of cray bananas when she doesn't know how to respond. I started her for a bit and she ended up getting up, grabbing a bottle of wine and disappearing into the crowd to dance. Apparently one of her boyfriend's friends were there and texted him. Less than 15 minutes later he was there and shoved me, calling me a snake and saying from day one he knew that what my real motives were. We exchanged words and noise complaint was made. The ops came. The way, like, the language of this. The ops came and it was settled. We exchanged words and the noise complaint was made. The ops came and it was settled, but after he made comments of how he should be the one to take her home, and as it didn't seem safe if I did. Those comments upset me, as all of our friends know Sophie can handle herself, and even when she's drunk, she's really aware and usually taking care of other people. So for him to make accusations that I would take advantage of her set me off. I texted her the next day. This was Saturday now, and it's a week later and still nothing. I'm sitting at home wondering if maybe I am an asshole doing things with the one person I care the most about. Am I the asshole for telling my friends I've been in love with her for years? Yes! Put her in a terrible situation that can have gotten violent for her, acted like a drunken mess, and almost got arrested because he needed to confess and kiss an already taken woman. Yes! How are you going to make a move on a woman with a boyfriend, especially while drunk? He's an asshole. He is an asshole. Only 20% of those are real. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Try 10. Yeah, I think it's more like 10.